it is a complex thing to deal with, you know. These are one of the things I had to deal with as a person, you know, growing, understanding what fame is, you know, making a lot of bad decisions, you know, personally, even with money, and truly understanding myself. You know, it took me a while, and I'm still learning, you know. And musically, I mean, I'll share this story here very quickly. I did an interview today on Fresh Breakfast, and I shared this story where I got a call from Swiss Beats. I was in Milan at the time. I don't know where I was going. I woke up and my phone was ringing, and I spoke to him, and he says, "Look, I need a song, man." We talk, we exchange songs a lot. You know, he's like, I need a song urgently. You know, I said, for who? It's like, for Jay's album. Jay needs a song, and it's very urgent. And I'm like, Jay? Who's Jay? You know, and it was really, like, he sounded like it's really like a big thing. I'm like, bro, I don't have songs. Like, he's like, it's very urgent, man. His album is done. He needs a new song. Sorry, he needs your vibe. He's like, he needs your vibe. We need to hook up and do a song. It turned out Jay-Z. This is for like the latest album. And it freaked me out, you know. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna do something. I couldn't. You know, I was excited, but I could not sit down and do a song for Jay-Z. And I didn't do it. You know, because it was such a big thing for me that I didn't even know where to begin. You know, as a creative, it overwhelmed me, you know. And so there's some of the battles that we don't speak about, that we lose. And people see all the good and, you know, like all the great things that we do. Out of 10, we win 5, we lose 5. You know, and that's how it works. And people say, everything you touch tends to gold.
But we only get to see those 5 that you do.
You know what I mean? They don't know about actually maybe the 10 that we lose. You know, so it happens. I mean, this, for me, this has been, and I said this on radio today, this is why I'm speaking about it now, that the problem when I speak about such things on radio, they get turned around. And literally, I was sitting down there with my wife, and there's a headline now on Twitter, and it says, "Black Coffee turned down Jay-Z." You know, and I had to respond to the tweet and say, no, that's not true. Because now what that does is, it's gonna get to his team, and I'm this guy in Africa who's telling lies about. You know what I'm saying? There's so many different challenges that, as artists, that we face, and most of them people would think they only music related, you know, but they much more. Sometimes you grow up not a very confident kid, you know, and you find different ways as you grow up, but maybe they don't ever match up with who you become. And sometimes in fact, most of the time, I forget I'm Black Coffee. And that works against me a lot. Because I do things normally. I wanna, like yesterday I was here for sound check. When we were leaving, I was like, I can smell some chicken licking. You know, I said, I want some chicken licking. You know, and I was with Ernest, and he went to try and get chicken licking. There was like a line. He said, if we wait, we're gonna wait for an hour. Thank God you didn't go in, because I wanted to go get some chicken licking, but that's not something Black Coffee must do. You know, and all these things, eventually they somehow work against this big black coffee brand. You know, so there's so many different challenges that one, you know, have faced, you know, and through really sitting down and finding out who you really are and remembering why you were here.
So you find a constant struggle between black coffee and Nazi?
Forever.
Yeah.
It's never gonna go. For me, it's never gonna go.